Hi, I'm Sharon Abaud, immigration attorney in the area of Los Angeles, California. This video is about parole in place. What is parole in place? It's for the family members of U.S. active military members or people who retired from the U.S. military with honorable discharge. If you are a family member, this might be for you, or if you're the U.S. Or former U.S. military member, this might be for you as well. This isn't for any family member, so it has to be the spouse, child, or parent of a U.S. military member, and the child has to be under the age of 21. Parole in place, what is it? So to describe it better, I had a client come in today, and she was really excited because she came here over 21 years ago. She had her child here who was a U.S. citizen, and this whole time she had no way of immigrating in the U.S. The only way she had was her son when he turned 21. Well, her son just had his 21st birthday, and he is now eligible to file a petition for her. So she came in, and she already knew that, and she came in, and she didn't have a lawful entry, and she also didn't have 245I, so that meant that I didn't have a way to immigrate here. Then I asked her, hey, do you have a family member in the military? She said, yeah, my son's in the military. Well, that's great. So we can use that to file for a parole in place. What is parole in place? Parole in place, it's like a fake entry. So parole in place is discretionary. That means the government doesn't have to give you this. We need to submit a packet that shows what a great person you are. So this can be letters from the community, a letter from, your son saying how he would be affected without the person, that family member here, or if they were deported. And just any activities just to show that in these years that he or she has been here, that she's been an asset to the community. And if we're able to get that approved, we go to the local office, and they actually review the whole thing there. They'll put a stamp in the passport, and then they'll issue an I-94 number. With that, that's like having a lawful entry. So that allows us to then immigrate here in the United States, to file all the paperwork to immigrate here in the United States. If you've seen my videos already, you know that that's a really great thing. If you haven't, it's really great because you don't have to file for a provisional waiver, or you don't have to leave the country, which is risky, costly, and time-consuming. In the case of my client today, this was good news because she otherwise would not have qualified for the waiver here in the United States. If you remember, the waiver is only for the parents, for people who have parents or spouse who is a U.S. citizen or resident. A U.S. citizen child does not get you that waiver here. That means she would have had to wait outside several years for a waiver before she could come back in. And for someone who's lived here for more than 2 decades, that can be devastating. So that's what parole in place is. Again, it's discretionary, and what it's not is it's not a waiver. It does not forgive any other issues of inadmissibility. It does not forgive other, maybe immigration violations you've had or criminal violations. It is only a fake entry that allows you to immigrate here. Everything else, all other rules apply to your case. If you have any questions that I can answer, I'd be happy to help. You can message me, comment, write me an email. I'd be happy to answer any question. Thank you. I'm Sharon Abaud, immigration attorney.